Alright, so alright, so about yesterday, oh my god. I was in such a bad place yesterday, and I was like upset about just I don't know, just about everything that was going on. I had a lot of anxiety and felt like I needed to voice that, and I'm really glad I got to get that out. Because I don't know, it somehow helped me to vent. It was really good to just get that stuff out, but honestly the rest of the day was just, it was hard to get out of that funk, and just being in the position that I am, like, just, like being out of work and like just dealing with a lot of the situations. It's just like, it gets overwhelming at times, and it's not all like fun and games. But like today I'm in a better place. I went to like an event yesterday that was so good. Like interacting with people definitely puts me in a better place. So I started listening to this book. It's called the 12 Rules for Life. It's one of those like really self-helpy titles, but it's like I started listening to it yesterday, and it was so good. I'm not gonna go over the rules themselves, but just like things that are within the chapters that I've listened to so far that I thought were really salient and that could actually like help. Here, like a couple of things are like one. I'm looking at like notes here, but it's not like, so the first thing is that it's not virtuous to victimize yourself, right? And I think sometimes I fall into this category where it's like I try to give myself tough love, and I tell myself stuff that like I would not hear, or like I wouldn't want to hear that from another person. But I tell myself really negative things, and I like beat myself up, and it's not healthy. It's not good. Like if I wouldn't take that from another person, why would I tell myself negative things and like treat myself like shit? It's not like a good way to go about self-talk. Like there's this talk that I listened to at Google a few weeks ago where I forgot what the speaker's name was. I could probably just link to it because I follow her on Twitter now, but she was saying that talk to yourself as you would talk to like a puppy that you're responsible for. And I think the point in the book is you should treat yourself as someone you're responsible for, and not how you would treat yourself, because you know everything that's going on in your life. And a lot of people with self-hate, they don't really believe that they're worthy of a lot of like good things. But if you're responsible for your dog, for example, he's just like really innocent and like deserves to be taken care of. So you should treat yourself as something or someone that you're responsible for. And like whenever you're making decisions regarding yourself, you should keep that in mind. Another thing is that like happiness is not synonymous with good, and a lot of times people think that if you're happy or if you're achieving happiness, it's or if you're happy in the moment, it means that that's what you should be doing. And a lot of times we need to sacrifice short-term gain for long-term success. And I also fall into that trap where it's just like, do I really am I really making the best decisions for my long-term success? And I'm not really sure that I do that necessarily. So that's something that I want to keep in mind, where like happiness isn't always like short-term happiness doesn't always serve long-term success. Okay, so before this video gets really long, there are just like a couple more things that I wanted to mention, and one has to do with consistency. And I did this today, and so I've always wanted to get up earlier, right? So I've set my alarm to get up at a certain time early in the morning. And what happens is that I look at the alarm, and then I turn it off and I get back to sleep, right? And that's not helping anyone. I mean, like I want my day to start off really well. And like the author, Jordan B. Peterson, he says that like, wake up at a consistent time every single day, and just to get some sort of like consistency in your life. it doesn't even matter like when you go to sleep. Just have that one thing that's consistent in your life, and then try to make things from that point even more consistent, so that you have time to actually make decisions that actually matter. So you're not deciding every day what you need to eat for breakfast or what you're gonna wear and all of this, bullshit that doesn't actually like serve you in the long run. So save that decision making power for decisions that actually matter. And that'll serve you better in the long run. So that's sort of like a goal that I want to do, where it's like, you know what, I am actually like achieving the day, and I'm making choices that are consistent and that serve my long-term goal. So I'm really digging this book, and it's like, it goes beyond like the actual rules. A lot of the shit that he says actually does make sense. So yeah. So another thing is to compare your specific today with your yesterday or your tomorrow, I think, something like that. So and this is just harps on the whole idea of comparing yourself with other people, and that's something that I definitely do. Like, I graduated from a coding school a few months ago, and I'm still looking for a job in software engineering, and I know that I'm a damn good engineer, and I'm a people person, like very good to, like, easy to work with, and like my days are like riddled with rejection, but and a lot of my friends have jobs, and like it's so hostile for me to compare myself with them, and everyone's journey is different, and I need to accept that and not compare myself with them. This person has a job or whatever and I don't. Like, no, it's like they had their own journey, and they got where they are to go because they're on their journey and I'm on mine. So not comparing myself with other people, and comparing my days. Like, if I'm closer to my goal today than I was yesterday, then I'm doing okay. And as long as I'm moving forward and going on my journey and I'm comparing it with other people, then that's fine. And I need to, and someone else said this a while ago, and it's it's the same thing. It's a hacked up, I don't remember who said it, but it's very it's a very succinct way of saying it. Like, it's an act of violence against myself to compare myself with other people. And in a nutshell, that's what this point is about. And the last thing is to make friends with people who want to see you succeed. So there are a lot of people who want to waste your time, and who they don't mean ill towards you at all. It's just that they don't actually care about your success. And it could be like, you could also be that person, right? I mean, but surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed and who move you closer towards your goal. And that's something that I'm working on, and I'm looking for, whenever I interact with people, again and again and again. Because some people, they just want to waste your time. Not in a negative way, not because they necessarily have malicious intent towards you. It's just that they're not there to see you improve, and they don't care if you improve or not. So try to find people in your daily interactions that are good for you, and that actually want to see you succeed. So there's so much in this book, and I'll probably make a follow-up video with more things that I've found out. But I definitely recommend listening to the book, not just watching. Well, you can also watch a summary of the book, but I feel like a lot of the value in the book is really in the in between what he says of the rules and in his explanation of the rules that are in the book. So yeah, hopefully this video was helpful. I'm in a better place than I was yesterday, which was fucking great. And the Bay Bridge is behind me, which is awesome. It's one of my favorite views in the city. So hopefully this was helpful, and I hope you have a good day.